From Transformers Prime First Edition is the Autobot Arcee. And she's going up against, from the Prime Robot in Disguise line, the Autobot Arcee. And both of them are going up against, from Transformers Legacy, it is the Prime Universe. You guessed it, Arcee. But just to throw a wrench into the works, we have a third-party version of Prime Arcee called Angel Engine, and she is going up against all the official releases. So yes, I have wanted to do this video for quite some time. It was on my list, and I'm finally getting around to a quadruple review for Prime Universe Arcees. In fact, I did not include Prime Arcee in my Evolution of Arcee video because that was concentrating on the G1 character. These, well, this could be kind of like a mini version, even though there's some Legion scale and some other ones. So we're going to go through each of these, compare them in motorcycle mode, convert them all into their warrior forms, and compare those as well. And you let me know which one you think is best. But before I go too much further, I do want to thank our sponsor for this video, Toy Hacks. They have amazing decals that can fix up your G1s and your G2s. They can also glow up the later lines. Robots in Disguise, Siege, Age of the Primes, Legacy, Studio Series. Like, check out Flatline over here. He's definitely getting a cool treatment. Plus they have backdrops, they have an armory. You want to check them out at toyhacks.com. But wait till you're done with this video because we are going to go through these four very cool Arcees. Be right back. All right, so the first Arcee is the first edition one. I can prove it. I have the packaging right here. I just took her out. So all you mint in package collectors are going, ah! But Paul has shown up to show his butt and make you feel better. Right, Paul? So this is a very cool motorcycle. She's got her bladed weapons on the side that basically adds to her coolness. And she's got a wheel in the front. Doesn't turn, but she's still a motorcycle. Not right, Paul? And while he's over there, I'm going to try to do a quick roll test. And Paul is like, what the heck was that? She rolls pretty well. She does have a kickstand, but with her blades on the side, makes it pretty easy to roll in this mode. So pretty nice. Now the second one is Arcee from the Robots in Disguise Transformers Prime line. I don't know why they called it Robots in Disguise and Transformers Prime. She does have a kickstand here, so you can kind of put her up like that. And you can see her weapons are different. She does have one of the blades. She also has a gun. Interestingly, they must have retooled this mold. I think there are some slight differences, but you can see she has the posts here that the blades from this one can go on. So pretty cool, right, Paul? But I think there are some differences. We will take a look. Now, I know this mold is not the most popular. This is Prime Arcee from the Legacy line, and I think she's pretty cool as a motorcycle. She does have the kickstand, and angle it a little bit better to hold her somewhat better. Oh, that's a Robot in Disguise. And Legacy's the worst roller of them, unfortunately. I've decided to put her weapons on the side of her wheels. You can also move them and put them on the back of the bike. Anyone riding who accidentally fell backwards would suffer for that particular mistake. Now her wheel does move. It does not move with the handlebars. This wheel moves slightly. Again, the handlebars don't move. And finally, there is Angel Engine. Now, Angel Engine is a third-party version. She actually comes with some extra weapons that I couldn't figure out how to put on here. 2 guns. She also has the bladed weapons attached and 2 smaller blades attached here. Now, I think I have her transformed properly. To be honest, I've had it for a while. I misplaced the instructions, but I got her into a motorcycle mode and attached things where I believe they should be. So I'm not giving instructions on these guys. But she is also a very cool motorcycle, and if we do a roll test, not bad. Actually better than the Legacy. So first edition one, from wheel to wheel, almost 4.5 inches. From wheel to wheel, same 4.5 inches for Robots in Disguise. The Prime one, from wheel to wheel, is actually slightly less, I'd say 4 3/8. So she looks around the same size. And Angel Engine, for some reason I want to call her Angel Eyes, is about 4.5. So all of these guys are about the same scale. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit so you can see them all. side by side and give a spin on the turntable of doom. And now I'm going to reconfigure them so you can see them a little bit better. So you can see First Edition, see Robot in Disguise Prime, you can see Legacy Prime Universe, and finally Angel Engine. Very cool motorcycles. Now I was going to show the unboxing of each one, and I was shooting and then there was a power outage, so it happens. So let's put a few of these aside and we'll start off with the First Edition. Again, very cool looking motorcycle. I really liked her character in the show. Let's get her into robot mode. Right, Paul? So here's the First Edition of Arcee in her robot mode. You can see she's got the Autobot symbol on her chest, and she kind of has high heels, but she's not as unstable as some Transformers that they gave high heels to. You can see her from all sides. She's got the wheel on her back. She's got half wheels on the back of each leg. A pretty good representation of what appeared in the actual show. She's got the arm blades, and she looks pretty good. Now, as far as posability, well, let's check that out. I'm gonna move the arms forward and just lost a blade, but I can pop that back on. And so first of all, let's see, can she do a full toes up Jean-Claude Van Damme? Almost. Because of the ball joints in her legs, she can't quite, and again, this is not the most ladylike of positions, but it doesn't go straight across. It comes pretty close, but not quite the full Jean-Claude Van Damme. Now, she does not really have ankle swivels. That's disappointing, but she can kick forward pretty dang high. Kicking back pretty high as well, though it goes off to the side because of her weird tail thing. Side kick, pretty high if she uses both legs. She bends at the knee. I can definitely cause some damage with this spike here to anybody's groin. She swivels pretty much all the way around. It does move a little bit out to the side because of the way of the upper leg is set up, but it can swivel. Twisting at the waist, she does all the way around. Now her arms can go all the way around. Her shoulder kind of goes with it. Her arms can't really go all that much out to the side because of that shoulder attachment. And also bends at the elbow, obviously, and swivels. Her head can turn all the way around. Now her hands can fold inwards. Not really a good look, but they can also fold outwards. So she can do a palm strike right after stabbing somebody. While she is the first version of this bot, there are definitely some limitations. Overall, a good figure. She does have some translucent parts in her head. It's hard to see, and I don't really notice it, whether this translucent part on the top actually provides light piping for her eyes. It just doesn't look like it to me. Now, in robot mode, she is from the point of her head to her feet 5 3/4 inches. So a pretty decent figure. I added a little bit of illuminations if it looks a little bit different. But yeah, a good representation of the show character, or the show character was a good representation of the toy. You can move up her tail if you so choose, almost giving a bug-like sting quality. Now she hangs out with Bumblebee though. Now the Robots in Disguise is similar, but a bit different. She's got wings, which can go back. Her tail does not move. She's got a huge gun here, and I am actually not seeing an Autobot symbol on her. But she's Arcee, so she's an Autobot. Now, this is a little bit different than the First Edition. Definitely can't do a full Jean-Claude Van Damme. Again, no ankle swivels. And I'm going to remove the weapons just to show things a little bit more clearly. She can kick forward, kicking back, same thing with the tail. Kind of goes off to the side a little bit, but she can do it. Side kick, not as high, but she can do one with both legs. Bends at the knee, and again with that nice spike, cause additional damage. Swivels all the way around, just like the First Edition though, because of the top leg, it does kind of move out to the side as you're swiveling. Twisting at the waist, unfortunately this one cannot. Her arms go all the way around. You do need to move them out a little bit because of the wings and the handlebars and all that. Bends at the elbow, swivels. Her hands are on ball joints, so they can actually turn around, and her head can turn around all the way. Now her arms can go out to the side more than the First Edition, and you can even change the way her shoulders are, and she can be giving a speech. Arcee TED Talk. A rather large gun does fit in her hand securely, and in addition to going onto her arm, she can hold her bladed weapon in her other hand and use it in a different way. So a cool looking figure, just a little bit different of a transformation. Bring that part down a little bit. And again, she has wings, but she didn't really fly much in the show. Not as accurate to the show, but still a pretty cool figure. And from head to toe, she is about 5.5 inches. Now, we have the Legacy one. Now the Legacy, totally different mold, totally different setup. This one can do a full Jean-Claude Van Damme straight across. This one also has ankle swivels. So you can put her in a very wide stance. She can kick forward, she can kick back, though she, like the others, has something in the way, in this case, the wheel, that makes her go off to the side. Now you can actually remove the wheel and the front of the bike can come off pretty easily. It goes back on, so she can kick back if the wheel is not in her hand. Side kick, pretty much a split side kick. She bends at the knee, again, the nice spike, and she does swivel minorly. Twisting at the waist, it does kind of happen. It just slightly feels awkward. Arms can go all the way around, bends at the elbow, swivels, and can go straight out to the sides. Head can turn all the way around. Fists do not move. But with this one, you have a number of things you can do with these discs. I put them like the blades on her arms, but you can combine them and put them on her arm as a shield. This wheel that I removed, you can open up and put in her hand or on her arm, and it can be some kind of spinning weapon. Almost looks like a drone that she could send out to spy on people, which would be kind of a neat thing. You can also turn around her back kibble, give her wings, even swing it down, attach the wheel that is split to give her an even different look. So there's a lot of options with this particular one. I don't particularly know if that's the best thing. I'm not 100% thrilled with this mold, though I will say the transformation is clever. It's different. And she stands just about 5.5 inches. So now I was a little bit off because it turns out that Angel Engine is not as much third party, slightly third party, but more of a knockoff of the first edition. However, what they did, in addition to giving her the blades, they gave her smaller blades that you could attach to her arms. They also gave her guns that don't fit into her hands, but kind of fit underneath her arms. But they're kind of loose. As you can see, keeps falling out. Now the post has a hole in it, and it has a couple small posts on the side, and the small posts on the side can fit into the blade, so she could be armed with the extra blades and guns attached to her main blades. That's pretty much the way I see that you can securely attach them. But I'm going to remove all these weapons because they'll probably fall off while I'm trying to show you posability. And no ankle swivels. She's modeled after the first edition. Very close. In fact, I think closer. That's just about a Jean-Claude Van Damme toes up. So they might have made some slight adjustments there. Kicks forward, kicks back. Still has the tail here. This tail does not have the... Oh, it does. I'm sorry. It does have the upward movement. Side kick, split side kick, knee. The leg does swivel. It's a little stiff. And the swivel is below the joint, though it still seems to want to push out a little bit. Arms can go around just like Prime 1. Head can go all the way around. Arm limited and going off to the side because of the shoulder pads. Bends at the elbow. Swivels. Again, very much based on the first edition mold. And her hand can go in and again out, so she can do a palm strike. Her height, about 6 inches tall. Now, if you put the arm blades on with the smooth side out, the only way to use the guns is to attach them on the inside. I really don't know what the handles are for, but they're usable. So there you have it. 4 versions of Prime Universe Arcee. First edition, Robots in Disguise, the Legacy version, and the knockoff / third-party Angel Engine. I think she was a great character on the show. I really liked her attitude, and the fight she got in with Arachnid were always fun. So yeah, fun figures, but which one do you think is the best? Let me know in the comments below. And again, I do want to thank our sponsor for this video, Toy Hacks. Check them out for their G1 and G2 decals that can replace the ones that may have worn away over the years. Plus, you can enhance many other Transformers, Studio Series, Legacy, Combiner Wars, Age of the Primes, Siege, Kingdom, Earthrise. They got a lot of decals. Plus their armory, backdrops. Check them out, toyhacks.com. And I think these guys are fun. And if you are finding these videos fun, by all means, feel free to subscribe. That would be awesome. And while you are mulling over these Prime Universe Arcees, you should actually check out the evolution of G1 Arcee over here, which goes through all the versions that have come out since her inception, except the missing link because that came out after I did the video. And we will see you next time. As always, have fun and good hunting.